And we're back with another video. And you might be asking yourself, tiny man on my screen, where have you guys been this whole time? We've been busy. We both got school, we got stuff to do. But we're back, and today's topic is on all the crazy things that have been happening at Universal Studios Hollywood since the beginning. And let's just get into it. So first thing we want to talk about in this video is that things have been weird at Universal Studios from the start. Disclaimer, at this time, the park hadn't reached the pinnacle of what it could be or would be as of 2020.
The modern Universal Studios opened as a theme park in July 1964. The official grand opening of Universal City was held on March 15th, 1915. The general public was invited to come see how movies were made, and about 10 to 15,000 people showed up.
Our story starts on March 16th, 1915, with the second day of the grand opening of Universal City. One Frank Stites was contracted as an aerial expert in aerial combat and acrobatics to entertain a crowd of onlookers. He was meant to do acrobatics with the plane and shoot down a dummy plane that was suspended by wires and primed to explode. It was the second stunt that proved deadly. When the second plane exploded, it caused Frank to lose control of his plane, which caused his plane to plunge down to the ground, and at about 60 feet, Frank either attempted to jump or was forced out of his plane, and unfortunately he did not survive, bookmarking the festivities of that day with his tragic death.
On exercises off Jarvis Bay, 3 RAAF Beaufort bombers. The aircraft flying lower right clips the tail of the leading plane. A fatality claiming all lives in the 2 bombers concerned.
So I can imagine right after the whole incident, the CEO of Universal would probably frantically try to get the whole thing buried. So it's like, call my publicist, just make sure like the column for this in the newspaper is like non-existent or very small, which it is. We'll show you a photo of it, and it's a very small section for like pretty tragic death that happened at a grand opening of a big movie studio. So I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, they tried to hide it, but we got to it, so.
Yeah. And the thing is, there's no like memorial like around Universal. Like no one talks about it. The only reason is I learned about this is because one of the employees of Universal, the creative director of Halloween Horror Nights, keeps bringing it up, and to the point where like he makes his own makeshift memorial during the Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, which I have mixed feelings about. You sent me the link, and so I was looking at some of the photos that you'll probably put up on screen right now. I guess it's a good way to pay tribute to Frank Stites, but it's still weird to see now. Either way, I'll be keeping an eye out next year for Halloween Horror Nights. He's one of the great Halloween Horror Nights cryptids.
Yeah, to go more in depth in that, for some reason Halloween Horror Nights has like rare characters that pop up during the terror tram, and it's like a weird thing that like John Murdy, the creative of the event, just like decided to do. So randomly you can see like a Bigfoot in the hills or a Yeti roaming like in the far distance or like up close. And like it's like nowhere, like it's not even part of the theme of the terror tram that year. They just show up on random nights just to fuck with people, and it's a good marketing thing.
Yeah, you gotta get the Easter eggs in.
Yeah,
MCU.
Yeah, basically it's for like the hardcore fans of HHN to spot and be like, hey, that's cool, that's the thing.
Hey.
And so one of those cryptids is someone dressed up like a dead aviator, which John Murdy uses to honor this poor soul that died on the second day of the ceremony.
Yep.
And also decorations. Every once in a while, you get to see a dead aviator just there for no reason. A crashed plane, even though the theme's about Chucky, there's some random ass crashed plane right next to you with a dead aviator just there. You're like, oh, what's that all about? Oh well. Oh. Off to get scared by Jason Voorhees.
Yep.
I'm enlisting some of my pals to join in on our little rampage on you idiots. I mean guests. Freddy, Jason, and Leatherface. And of course, yours truly. It's us against your pathetic souls on the Titans of Terror Tram. After all, it's time to play. We'll be waiting for you, lowlifes.
Nice little segue we got there, because the second incident that we want to talk about today is a death that actually occurred during Halloween Horror Nights, specifically in 1986, with the death of one Paul Ribaldi, a scare actor that was working on that year's Terror Tram. And for some unknown reason, I guess he got a little too excited and he got too close to the Terror Tram. And unfortunately, he got stuck between two of the carts. And in the chaos that was ensuing that night, with scare actors running all over, people screaming, and according to some comments on a few videos that we researched, actual dummies on the ground that the Terror Tram was supposed to run over, no one noticed Paul, and he got dragged for about 100 feet. So, yeah, not a good record so far, but we'll keep it going.
It's a shame what happened to him. But, because of the incident, you're never going to see a scare actor ever close to a moving tram ever again at the park.
Yeah, which, good move on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need more of that. Okay, so moving on from individual incidents of misfortune at the park, we wanted to move away to more of a generalized sense of loss and, I guess, misery at the cursed grounds. And again, we won't touch upon this too much because this has been covered to death by other channels and stuff. But there's been 9 fires at Universal Studios Hollywood. And you're laughing. And you're laughing, but yeah, that's kind of fucked.
It is very, very just odd.
It's very odd considering that in my research, I thought this was interesting. There's 4 fires that were about like 10 years apart. They all end in a year that ends in 7. So there was a fire in 1957, 1967, 1987, and 1997. Coincidence? I think, yeah, probably. But it does remind me of that goat in like Europe that they burn down every Christmas.
Well, look at the gavel goat.
The gavel goat. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's good. People do it on purpose, though.
You
It's
don't.
like an unspoken tradition over there in where is that? In Switzerland?
I think it's Switzerland. Well,
Some country up
this is our unspoken tradition in SoCal. You gotta go to Universal Studios. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Don't.
that's arson.
Don't. That's arson. It's a crime. But yeah, like half of these are arson. The worst one of all fire was the 2008 fire, which was started by a contractor that was working on a movie set that was using like a welding torch to heat up like shingles that were going to go on a set, and caused enormous amounts of destruction. Particularly, what we want to talk about today, 2 studios that contained like 50,000 audio and digital files of movies and original masters for albums and music from very famous artists such as
Daniel Boingo Boingo, just saying.
Tragic.
Oingo Boingo, Master Records gone.
Master-
Tragedy.
Tragic. The bassist for Nirvana also said that he probably thinks the masters for Nevermind were also in that fire, so we'll never get to see those.
And then, of course, we lost a ton of sets. New York set for Transformers, Spider-Man, a bunch of other movies. We lost the Back to the Future set, which is also the Gremlins set. And we lost one of the greatest attractions of all time, the King Kong encounter.
King Kong. But silver lining, I guess. They used that opportunity to rebuild it into King Kong 3D, right?
That's good.
Is it? Yeah.
I'd rather see a big animatronic monkey stare at me than have put on 3D glasses on top of my glasses every damn time.
Yeah. You know what? I take that back. It's kind of mid.
you that this fire is near or perhaps at the New York Street area.
Well, it's never good news when your phone rings at 10 to 6 in the morning. And it was my associate, Christy McCosco, who said, the back lot's burning down. So I immediately jumped in my car, and I think I got to the gate in about 29 minutes. And I ran into Ron, who had gotten there before me. And together, the two of us stood, and we watched the place burn to the ground.
In addition, two sides of Courthouse Square, the King Kong Studio tour attraction, and a video vault also burned down.
Speaking of other mid attractions, we got Waterworld
Whoa,
on here.
whoa, hold up here. Waterworld is S tier. S tier attraction at any theme park. One of the best stunt shows of all time. Indiana Jones in Florida, eat your heart out. Waterworld's sick as fuck.
It's sick as fuck. You know what makes it sick as fuck? Unfortunate accidents that cause very serious injuries.
Hey, that's why the stunt actors get paid the big bucks.
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
I hope they get paid well.
I hope so too. Because like, did you see the video of like that actor like falling from like the ladder? It was like 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
That one. Oh, I've fallen from 10-foot ladders. Let me tell you, it's not fun. So I hope she's okay. Did you see that other video of the dude that slams into the wall? Full speed in his jet ski, and then like the actors have to take a break and like check on him. They're just like, "Hey man, are you okay?"
It's bad. It's bad. He's fine.
All right, about to read another fucking death on the cabin. I'm just kidding. If it's not things going crazy during the act, making it mid, you can always count on pedestrians, civilians, observers to mess it up too. There's also that one time someone like swam into the show and had to interrupt everything. Particularly, they swam onto the center stage right before the plane was supposed to land, and just cut everything out and put up a video of everybody being blue-balled and groaning off to the side because the show was canceled.
Yeah, that guy was psychotic because immediately as he got on like the platform in the middle of the arena, he immediately went for the minigun. I don't know how drunk or like on drugs he was, but like he tried to use the minigun as if it was real on the actors, which is just like shocking because like wow,
some wild stuff.
Yeah, like even blanks could really hurt people, but still though, what the. Yeah, what was I thinking? Good thing we got stunt actors there that made sure to detain him.
Yeah, because I could have been.
But they got a really good cast. Every time they always got stunt actors from like movies and like TV shows. It's pretty wild. Like every once in a while, you hear like, oh, they got an actor from Spider-Man. And I'm like, hey, that's
nice.
Cool. So,
do they also slam into the wall?
Potentially,
yeah.
Please remain seated. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we apologize for the interruption in our show. We have stopped temporarily due to technical difficulties. Please remain seated and we will resume the show as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience.
Taking a moment and refraining from insulting my good buddy's tastes, I'd like to just take a quick moment to bookend our video on a more serious note, because unfortunately, yet again, the curse of Universal Studios persists. And there was another life that was taken on campus or site, I guess, back in 2015. California man, as he's noted in the article, sneaks into the park, apparently to pester his girlfriend at the time, which had a restraining order against him. So, as the article that we researched states, she goes to tell the security on the site. They go to approach the man, which is, I guess he's hanging out, in a smoking area behind the Minions attraction, and he pulls out a firearm and uninstalls.
We have been learning more about a suicide that happened at Universal Studios this afternoon. There were some frantic moments when families we talked to thought there was a gunman on the loose. NBC4's Conan Nolan live outside for us from the park there. And Conan, you saw firsthand the security measures that immediately went into place.
And that's right, lots of security. Now, we're right now waiting for an update from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, but we can show you pictures that were taken just a moment ago of what it's like inside and the public address announcement that guests of the park are now hearing.
Closed, and we are looking to get them up as soon as possible. Once again,
So, yeah, recap. The park has claimed 3 lives, and I guess billions of dollars in damage. What do you make of this?
There's definitely more lives probably been taken on that that place. I can imagine like some incidences where when they're shooting, movies and stuff, something's happened. But we're listing mostly stuff that has happened in the theme park and during like park hours. So probably like a lot of other weird things probably happen there, natural deaths, because it's a working movie studio. Accidents like during productions. But we can list a couple things that like happened in the park. One of them technically was before the theme park was even an idea. It was just the grand opening of the whole area of the studio back then.
Yeah, but it's the groundwork. And
it's the groundwork,
Rocky start, and it's only gone downhill from there. So I guess one silver lining that came of our last incident for this video is that they definitely beefed up security. They introduced more pat-downs. I guess they got more serious about the metal detectors on site. Does not stop people from getting whatever they want into the park, as we know from personal experience. Right, buddy?
Yeah, we never sticked in anything like illegal, but it was just... For some dumb reason, they wouldn't let you bring in your wallet chain. Because for some reason, they said it could be used as a weapon, even though it's like a small little like chain that's not even like steel or whatever. Just this small wallet chain. And we're going to have you walk all the way back to your car to put it away. So you just hand it to me over the fence.
Because I wasn't going to walk.
Security.
I wasn't going to walk all the way down to the car. Fuck that. Yeah. And it was just look security dead in the eye. And I was like, here. And then my good buddy took it.
And then I'm like, all right, and then you put it back on your wallet while we're in the park, and like no one says shit.
Yep.
So it's like I don't know what the hell. I guess that security guard's like on edge, like anything that's a weapon. Oh god.
Yep.
Ma'am, those glasses you have are too sharp.
While
we use as a weapon.
While we're here, it's so easy to get a weed pen into one of those fucking parks, bro. The amount of times I've helped people, because I've never done it. But the amount of times I've helped someone get it through either Six Flags or Universal's or Disney's, oh man, y'all get your shit together. Or don't. Let us have fun.
Yeah, let's have fun, man.
Let's fucking relax.
Let people enjoy a recreation that's legal in this country.
Yeah.
No. This is good. Smoke. You try. Smoke. Good.
To bring some levity to the video, and to cure our temporary depression that me and Stanley have acquired from researching the park, I guess we're gonna banter about our favorite attractions from the park, because it's not all bad. What do you like?
Water World.
That's on me. I should have seen that coming. Should have seen that coming.
Only good attractions left. They got rid of Terminator. They got rid of Back to the Future. They got rid of the old version of Jurassic Park. Sad boy times at Universal. That's all to say. Just like got rid of all the good shit. My nostalgia is non-existent. They got rid of everything in my childhood at that theme park. So I don't really care for it.
Yep.
At least until they open Nintendo World. Because, fuck yeah, I want
Yeah.
those carts, like in the video game.
It's gonna be great. My pick is one of the classics that you, I think, glossed over. You can talk about The Mummy. It's one of the classics that's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's my favorite.
Fantastic.
It's always good.
Fantastic replica.
Favorite thing to get on with family, friends, and just see everybody's hair go all over the fucking place in that picture is great. But yeah, I like that. Wizarding World, always great. I'm a big nerd. Slytherin, as you can all tell, clearly.
Yeah, fun fact about the Harry Potter world over there. There used to be a stadium there where they play music.
What they play?
A bunch of famous people played music there, including
Oingo Boingo.
That's Oingo Boingo. That's where they played their last concert on Halloween night.
Nice.
In the 90s. So so when I go there, I just think of Oingo Boingo because that's the last time they ever played together.
And I don't want to die.
Yeah. No, none of us want to die at theme parks. Luckily, theme parks are very safe these days, so don't worry about those things that much. One last note. For some reason, I just remembered in that same auditorium where Harry Potter stands now. For some reason, they had the Power Rangers be there with the actual actors, and they did a stunt show there, which is interesting.
Well, it's a good thing you bring that up because I guess we can pay respects to Jason David Frank.
Oh yeah.
Who we lost 2 weeks ago.
Shame.
Real shame. It really fucked up my day.
Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, it was all like first Kevin Conroy, now him. Our childhood.
Yeah.
Our childhood, damn it.
Kazuki Takahashi did. Man, this year. No, I don't want it. Take it back. Take it back.
Take it back. Yeah, take it back. I want my Green Ranger back.
Yeah.
Go Green Ranger, go.
Okay, we can end there.
Today, they morphed the Southland. Families headed to Universal Studios before the sun came up to catch the live-action show. Traffic was tied up on the Hollywood freeway for hours, and the lines inside astonished the young actors turned role models.
It's really scary, but the adrenaline, before you get up on stage, the adrenaline's going, you're like, I can conquer the world right now, and you just go off, and it's great.
You guys tied up traffic on the 101 today.
That is so amazing. I mean, I'm gonna call my mother as soon as I get home. Mom, guess what? You know, because it's pretty incredible.
So incredible, so popular, they had to add a show today. 6 performances, 6,000 kids per show. It's great that we're reaching so many kids because I work with kids. You know, I teach karate. I got a school Red Dragon, and it's great, man. You know, it's really cool.
Thanks for watching the video, and thanks to our non-existent Patreon supporters.